The predominant stresses we experience are often linked to our attachment to ephemeral factors, which eventually perish, leaving us with a sense of loss. Those who manage to overcome this attachment and conquer the mental ego will perceive life from a different vantage point.
Hey there, all you wonderful souls scattered across this beautiful planet. Get ready for an incredible video that's about to roll out. Professor Danesh is here to help us tackle those daily stresses head-on with some fantastic solutions. But that's not all. He's about to share the remarkable story of one of his professors who lived a vibrant, healthy life for 107 years, unveiling the secrets that kept him energized and joyful throughout his journey. And hey, if you're scratching your head about this mental ego concept, no worries. You can always check out our previous videos to dive into this intriguing topic. Oh, and here's a heads up. The voice you're about to hear is a magnificent AI recreation of Professor Danesh's own voice. So, if it sounds a tad robotic, please forgive the digital nuances. Let's dive in and get ready to discover the keys to a healthier, happier, and more vibrant life, all while learning to cope with those persistent stressors.
A lack of security can manifest itself in physical symptoms such as cold sores. Mental distress can act as a catalyst for viral agents like cold sores, leading to their activation and symptoms on the skin. When your sense of security weakens, cold sores can occur. While the virus responsible for cold sores is always present, it becomes active when your sense of security is compromised. This activation often stems from a lack of security due to personal loss or upheaval. For instance, if you've defined a sense of security based on your parents' constant presence, the natural course of life may challenge this belief as they age. The resulting emotional distress can lower your sense of security, potentially leading to cold, sore outbreaks. In this way, mental factors serve as a catalyst for activating the viral agent behind cold sores. Furthermore, similar mental factors can contribute to conditions like allergies and possibly even diabetes. The emergence of these psychosomatic disorders does not occur suddenly. Initially, individuals may experience physical symptoms like vomiting, palpitations, and discoloration, which gradually accumulate due to ongoing mental stress and ultimately lead to psychosomatic diseases. Stress, often a factor in the onset of mental illnesses and psychosomatic diseases, is closely related to one's attachment to transient elements in life. How does stress arise? Stress is related to the time when you live in your mental ego. That is, you have tied your fate to a variable thing. Naturally, you are stressed. It's comparable to clutching a piece of driftwood in a sea. As it disintegrates under the waves, one experiences distress, feeling adrift and unanchored. But when you know how to swim and understand the law of the sea, you no longer have much stress and you entrust yourself to the waves and reach the shore. Understanding the impermanence of these factors can alleviate stress. Once we distance ourselves from them, the stress dissipates, offering a pathway to tranquility and well-being.
Many of the remarkable individuals I met from various religions shared a common quality: deep inner peace. One particularly renowned spiritual figure I had the privilege of serving exhibited an extraordinary detachment from worldly matters. Typically, we rely on specific conditions like a comfortable bed, a suitable environment with proper lighting, and specific attire to sleep. However, this individual had a different approach. He commented, "When I feel sleepy in the desert, I simply lie down wherever I am and rest. I use my shawl for support." He wasn't bound by the social norms that usually govern us. He didn't adhere to a particular type of food or restaurant. His diet was simple. He didn't seek accolades or mass approval. Despite this, he lived a vibrant, cheerful life and remained free from the common ailments that afflict many. Remarkably, he lived to be 107 years old. At that age, while aiding earthquake victims, he was struck by an iron rod, fell into a coma, and eventually passed away. Throughout his 107 years, his independence from worldly conditions and changing circumstances allowed him to lead a remarkably healthy life. This principle aligns with scientific understanding. When you become attached to a father or mother, spouse, child, a position, money, capital, or social fame, all of these are ephemeral. For me, whether you like or dislike me today, or even if you decide that I'm of no interest to you at all, is inconsequential. Your approval or disapproval doesn't affect me. In this virtual space, I've made it clear that I don't seek validation through likes. However, I do receive your positive responses. When my words resonate with you and lead to positive changes in your life, I sense your energy. Yet, I don't seek this validation. Why? Because it's my mental ego that seeks such affirmation. Instead, I encourage you to free yourself from the transient and fleeting aspects of life and to connect with a higher wisdom. In the words of my mentor, strive to be in the presence of God. When you're truly aligned with the divine and the consciousness of the universe, you transcend these fluctuations, and consequently the sources of stress dissipate. As a result, numerous stress-induced ailments, which you can verify through research, vanish from within you. By embracing this approach, you'll attain both realism and freedom from many afflictions. I hope that you can learn to live moments without stress and ultimately integrate this way of living into your life, experiencing the balanced and harmonious conditions it brings.
In an analogy, imagine 4 cups, each with an arrow behind it, all pointing in the same direction. Now one of these cups is stirred, and awareness is infused into it. Awareness is poured in as water. The image illustrates that due to awareness, one of the arrows reverses its direction, gaining a new perspective. Similarly, the relationship between the enlightened individual and the rest of society mirrors that of the full cup and the empty ones. As truths become clear to the enlightened individual, their perception differs from the perspective of others. Consequently, society may label such an individual as mad, a practitioner of witchcraft, or insane. This example can also be applied to the concept of the mental ego. The empty cups symbolize the unenlightened, while the full cup represents someone alive and in the presence of God. It's natural for the enlightened individual to face rejection, misunderstanding, and hostility, but their enriched perception and understanding arise from being filled with awareness and knowledge.
Before I bid you farewell, I'd like to express my sincere gratitude for joining us today. I invite you to connect with us, share your thoughts, and help spread awareness about the profound insights Professor Danesh has brought to us. Let's continue this conversation, share it with those who may benefit, and keep spreading the wisdom and positivity. Until next time, take care.
Danesh Media Update Idea.